Well, it is 20 to 7 on Sunday morning. It's 3 degrees outside and it's pouring rain, and it looks like we're ready for our first ride of this season. Bike seems ready to roll. I put the knobbies on yesterday, did a little maintenance, so I guess I'll button it up and head over to Joe's house and see if he's actually gonna make it today.
Well, there's nothing better than heading out on a beautiful Sunday morning, climbing out of your warm bed and heading off for a ride with your buddies. And of course, if one of your buddies happens to be Joe, you know that there's about a 50% chance that when you get to his house, he will still be sound asleep. Anyways, with the kind of optimism that is usually only found in young children, I set off nonetheless on my way to meet Chris, and I thought, I'll stop by Joe's just to see if he is going to be joining us today. Now, a few thoughts on riding in cold, crappy weather, which if you're a member of the Awesome Players, you seem to do quite frequently. One thing is, get hippo hands. If you're using the hippo hands and you have heated grips, you can wear your thinnest, most comfortable gloves and your hands stay nice and toasty. This, in combination with a heated vest, means that on a day like today where it's almost at the freezing point, you don't have to dress up like the Michelin Man, and it works particularly well because the heated gear drives the moisture out. Well, needless to say, I was not overly surprised when I got to Joe's place to see that the garage door was closed and there were no lights on. And of course, to add insult to injury, it was now raining a little bit harder. So I waited the mandatory 5 seconds and then headed off.
Where is Joe?
Well, if you're gonna ride when it's freezing, it might as well be raining. After a nice little jaunt, I got to the Tim Hortons, and after a delicious breakfast of 2 donuts and a coffee,
That's not bad.
I saw Chris roll up. The first order of business was checking out how bald his rear tire was. Now, another tip is that if it's cold and wet and rainy, you should always head north. So we started heading up north, and the temperature gauge kept dropping, so we were right at the freezing point. That's when we started to notice the snow,
What do you think, Chris?
first on the shoulder, and then at one point we were actually driving through about 2 inches of slush. So we decided to have a little meeting, and we decided to go to the nearest Tim Hortons and think about this. So Chris, how was today's ride?
Wet, cold, not particularly fun, to be honest.
Did anybody not show up?
Yeah, Joe never showed up. Wasn't really surprised by that. Henrik had canceled. He never really pretended to even consider coming. So, you know, but Riley and I are here. That's what counts. Timmy Hose.
Timmy Hose.
Never quite made it to Chertsey. Chertsey was a little slushed out, snowed out. You know, didn't look like a good idea.
So with our tails firmly tucked between our legs, or maybe it was just shrinkage, we headed home, and that was it for the first outing of 2011 for the Awesome Players Off-Road Motorcycle Club.